All right, YouTube, I am back again, Mr. Woods FSX. Uh, I tried to run this program before. We actually tried to do this flight before, but as you know, with FSX box edition, but I'm running Steam right now. But it still seems to run out of memory, so I had to go and get a the default CRJ 700. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from Jackson. This flight, just to let you know what it is, or what's the intention of it is. This flight, the intention is to show you how to fly any aircraft, default or whatever it is, and it's gonna follow the GPS pretty much. So we're just gonna make a GPS route, and we're gonna try to auto land also. So we're gonna go to the flight planner, and this is gonna be a short route. We're gonna start in Jackson at uh, in at the international airport. And what we're gonna do to make it short is we're gonna do an active runway, and we're gonna do uh, let's do 34 left. We'll do that 34 left, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Greenwood, Mississippi. It's a very short hop, but they do have a the airport actually. Uh, Jackson, Mississippi International Airport also is a National Guard base at, for the Mississippi Air National Guard Wing, and in Greenwood, I think they train out of this base too. I know that this runway is only about 6,000 something like that feet, or it's right at 7,000 feet. So we're just gonna take the CRJ into it, and so what I'm gonna show you how to do is we're gonna modify this a little bit. So we know that we're leaving from Jackson here. Uh, so we will be leaving at, what we're gonna do is try to leave on hmm, one of these runways. Actually, it doesn't matter. Uh, this is 116, and this will be 30. Going up this way into the wind will be 3340 or something like that. Anyway, what we'll do is we want to go up here. We're gonna modify this route, and to modify this route, is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this route curve all the way around to come into the ILS. Because if you can see, the ILS is this way. So what we're gonna do is uh, we're actually gonna make it curve a little bit and take it out, and try to keep it at a good pace. Uh, we'll make it come to one on actually where I am. This is where I stay at actually. 56 Alpha. It's my local airport, and then we'll bounce it still up to Grenada, and then we're gonna make this equal to. So we will land on the ILS. We don't need such a sharp turn, but we'll make it do it. We'll make it do that. Hopefully, I think. Right, and we should be on the ILS or close to it. It's not perfect, actually. That should put us pretty close. We should be able to see it anyway. I could just erase these waypoints. So see how I modified the route. Um, so we'll be flying over the What is this, Ross? Well, no, we won't really, because it depends on which runway I pick. Probably coming out this way and coming around. Doesn't really matter right now. This is just a instructional kind of tutorial about, like I said, that we can modify our route. And this is how you modify a route, just in case you want to modify one. And we make this one come all the way up to One Owner to Grenada and created a waypoint here. And the only thing you have to do is just drag your line. So that's how you do that. I'm gonna say that overwrite the one I had, and since we're already on the runway, I think we're just gonna put no. No, we're not on the runway. Anyway, so what next we're gonna do is go and do the fuel. This thing has way too much fuel in it, so we don't need all this fuel. And we actually can put zero there, and 14,000 pounds is more than enough to get to where we're gonna go. Uh, Fuel 14,000 pounds. Payload. I'm trying not to be so heavy so it won't drop so fast. So let's change the payload and take, instead of 11,000 people, let's put 5,000. And then, so our maximum allowable fuel is 19,000. We still got, for us fuel go way too much. Matter of fact, let's change that and put 5,000 on both of them. That way we got a gross weight of 74,000 pounds. We only weight, well, the maximum gross is 75,000 basically. But we got 58, right? 59,069. So we way good. That's way more than fuel than we need. But anyway, we're gonna get on, and we're already on the runway. So only thing we got to do is um, get the engine started, and you get the engine started by Control E, uh, and everything should come to life. It's coming to life right there. Uh, Put the flight director on, put the yaw damper on, put the bank on. We're gonna pop our GPS up. So we are on 16, right, I think. And when these come online, it'll line up the way we're supposed to be anyway. So it's showing right there what runway we actually on. And we're gonna take off from there, and we'll let we catch the GPS. And basically, we'll fly all the way around down here and make a turn and come back around. Also, while I'm thinking
On
about it,
runway 16
let's
right.
go to the
On
map
runway
here. And what we
16
can do
right.
is go all the way up to where we're going to Greenwood and hit this, click this right here. It says ILS 111.30. And you need to write that down just so we won't forget it. It's 111.300 basically, and a heading of 180. So what we're gonna do is come back over here to the plane and get rid of the satellites, and we'll go to the radio stack, and then we'll put one that in that 111.30 or 300 actually. 300, and then we'll change that frequency, make it active. I'm not gonna worry about transponder. We'll leave it like this, and our course will be 180. So when it comes down to it, when we actually get around and line up, it'll be 180. And I'll tell you when it's gonna be. We're not gonna get too far in the air here. I just said a 10,000. So on on the low sheet, so we'll do 10,000 because this is gonna be a very short. Went way too far. Gonna be very short here to get up and get back down. I imagine about 15 minutes or something like that. 1,000.
On
Then
runway
let's go to
16
speed. We're gonna
right.
keep our
On
speed
runway
at
16 right.
250 because we ain't gonna get above 10,000. Actually, let's not do the half bank. Back course, we don't need that. We don't need all that. That's on. So let's get rolling. We're gonna drop flaps. And the way that you drop your flaps on this, it's just you can go here. And well, actually, on this one you can't. You got to have a whatever it says. I don't forget how you actually do that, but I got a button that drops my flaps down. We're gonna drop flaps down to 8. So 8. Um, checking my
On
lights.
runway 16 right. On runway
See, so you messed it. Press the
right.
L button and your lights will come on. All my lights are on. Right, let's put it in the air here. Get off the brakes. And this is kind of short runway, so we're gonna get up our engines arm. We're gonna dial them up and get us a good kind of fast takeoff here if we can. Really let it go right there. And that should be close to 100%.
Feet remaining.
So we're watching our
short runway.
and we'll try to push it up at 120. See, can we get it up in the air? Right now we'll just press engine speed, and then we'll do nav and GPS, and what I have on this thing? 250, right? I'm wondering why it wasn't climbing. It's climbing now. We got 1,000. Let's get our gear up. See the gear coming up. Flaps up. So what it's trying to do is maintain and keep the speed up to maintain at 250. So it's going. So it's gonna follow the GPS. We'll got it on GPS, and now nav. So if you pop your little thingy up here, it's gonna go straight across the Ross Burnett Reservoir, which is right here. Yep, that's what it's gonna do. Shrink that down. So now it's gonna catch that flight bearing, and we gotta go to, we are can you see all this? 68 miles from Winona, Mississippi. So as of right now, we're just going to 10,000. So we'll let it keep going to get to 10,000. really, that's all we can do right now. So I'm just gonna sit here for a minute. When we get to 10,000, we're gonna see how far we are away. Cause we can bump the speed up to a little bit more, so we can cover a little ground. So it should be about 4 minutes. And for right now, I'm gonna be quiet and just meditate. All right, we leveling out at right at 10,000, and so what we can do is we can speed up. We got 53 miles, 53 nautical miles to one on. This is 5 Alpha 6, which is one on the Mississippi. So what we're gonna do is just speed it up a little bit, the plane itself, and instead of doing the instead of doing the fast simulation thing, which you can do simulation rate, go up to whatever it is. I choose to just do it like this. It won't be, but as it says, another 9 minutes. And since the fact that we sped up, which we can speed up because we're 10,000 and above, you can speed up to however fast you want to go, or fast your plane will allow you to go. So we're gonna speed it up to that, and then we'll talk about other things. I wanted to say that this CRJ 700, they have some more CRJs. If you want to get into uh, a more modified CRJ, then Field there has a more modified than this. It's not super modified because some of the things work on it, but some of them don't. I mean, so I call this right here. Of course, this is the default CRJ that comes with the FSX box, FSX thing. But Field there has one that I want to say as this current time is about $24, but it has more bells and whistles to it. If you want to get a even better, more sophisticated Crj700. Than that, where you can go over to aerosoft.com. I think it is aerosoft.com, and you can get the super modded, which pretty much everything works on it, as I know of it. I think it's 700 or 900. I think it's a 7. It might be both. But you can go over to aerosoft.com and check that out. But this one is very, very simple because these buttons work. All of these work. But now, I mean, and these work. But if you go down through the whole thing, you'll see that, like for instance, none of this really works except this, which is your radios to control your radios. These work, but and your trim out is gonna work and that's gonna work, but none of this other stuff works. None of this. None of this. None of this. None of this. None of this stuff works. So you get what you pay for, and this is what came with the program. So, which is kind of best to try to fly this one first, and then figure out, you know, what you want to do. This message button flashing, um, because it has a message, probably gonna say inside airspace. Yeah, so you can just mash it until it goes off, and it'll go off. It won't show you anymore. So right now we are at 32 nautical miles. Our ground speed is about 342, and this is our first waypoint, which is one on a. Then after we go through that view, it'll be Grenada, and then we got the other default waypoint that we made, and it should put us on the glass slope, well, close to it anyway. So we'll pop that back up here. Actually, I'm down there for right now. And where you can see the whole thing. That's my left side over there. That's the right side next to the first officer's seat. I don't have any add-ons because I'm trying to make it where I can make this video. And I already tried this video. I spent about an hour recording one, and at the end, when I was getting ready to land, my computer crashed. I didn't crash the plane that time, but the computer crashed. So, as I was saying, you can move some of this stuff. Uh, but I have to play with it or whatever. But you can move some of it, not all of it though. Like decision height is what makes this right here go up. I was at the same thing. You can use your bearing pointers. So this is the button usually that I use. So that's our route. But you can play with these, you know. What I set this to. This should be 180. So even though we're going here up north, it will, once we get up to 100 and make that up and then hit there and then make that loop, it will actually be pointing all the way back south 180 degrees, the opposite 360. So we will hand it down the GPS up. And all planes don't have these in them, so man, that's a good. See that right there? That's some good stuff right there. If all of them would do that, be that in that, we have a good time. But as we start, as we start going toward the ground, it will more than likely get lower because the computer's going to try to be. It's going to try to draw the terrain or whatever. So right now we are 14 miles from one owner. So what we're gonna try to do is it's about 20 miles in between here and there. I'm not sure how many it is between here and here, and so it's about an equal 20 miles back that way. So if you say 20 and 20 is plus, I'm gonna give it 10 maybe. So they give you 50 miles from where we got to get to from the destination. So we're still doing good right now, and we're getting good frame rates. So hopefully nothing breaks. So I was just looking at my memory. I got 8 gigs of memory, but sometimes I don't know why it may be because when I get lower, it draws it down. You know, use more memory as you get closer to the ground. So maybe. So what we'll do is, since we got 20 miles here, we're only 10,000 feet up. So what we'll do is when we get here, we'll start descending. When we get to Grenada, we'll start descending, and I'm thinking it's 20, at least 25 miles. See how many miles it is when we get here. We have 5 miles to get to the next waypoint. So now it's 25 miles. So it's 25 miles north, and then I give it another 10 to 15 miles over here, and then it's 25 miles back down. So it's 35 miles out with plenty of times to get down to. And what I want to try to do is get down to 3,000 feet. And then when we get down to 3,000 feet, we should be able to catch the localizer of this runway. If we don't, I can just hand fly it in. Might be a crash. We're gonna try not to be. So I can just hand fly it in to Greenwood, Mississippi. I don't done it before. Actually, I don't came in from this way and just hit the runway that way, hand flew it. But a lot of times when I used to fly this a lot, I used to fly actually from here over to here in a Cessna. So wasn't that bad actually. That's when I first started on the Cessna with FSX, the Cessna, and did a lot of the little missions and stuff. And by the way, I encourage, if you just started this, go ahead and go through some of the missions, especially the VOR lessons and missions, the VOR lessons and DME. Uh, they just good points to start at. I mean, to for you to get started, cause no matter what plane you fly, pretty much don't matter. You're gonna have VOR and how to navigate to one from one VOR to another VOR. It's a very good lesson to do. I mean, yeah, understanding how the plane stalls and turns and all that's very important. But once you learn all that, you got to learn how to get to where you're trying to get to. Because all planes don't have this GPS in them. I can promise you that most of them don't. Especially the payware that you buy, they won't have this GPS in it. So you just can't do this like this. But also, if you do get into this, there's also a session about GPSs, and you actually can pretty much program this 500 right here. You can program this to do the same thing, except I don't know what they got them, whether they're land or not. They don't need some upgrades to it, but I usually fly the FMS in the planes that I fly, so I don't know a whole lot about this GPS, but I know enough about it to probably get it programmed to run or how to input a route plan in it. So That's pretty much what I know about it. I know how to put a route plan in it. So, gonna get ready to make our next turn. So what we're gonna do is start descending because pretty sure that's gonna be about 10, 15 miles. Let me see how far I'm gonna say 15 at the least. Let's see what it's gonna do when it flips over. Oh, 17 miles. So what we're gonna do is drop our speed down to 250. Drop it down to 200. And then we'll drop our altitude down to 3,000. Let it start coming down as we go. Drop all too far. Let's do, matter of fact, let's do 2,700. And we'll see if we're gonna get down. So you know this about 20 some miles, and this is 15. Yeah, we should be able to get down by the end. Speed 200. So when we get down to 220 ish, that's it. 230. We can go flaps one or whatever. Yeah, flaps one. We can drop our gear. Start retracting. Gears and then flaps down. Then we should get down, hopefully. There's another way we can bring it down anyway. It's gonna be coming down pretty fast. So let's think about this plane here. If you put spoilers on the nose, even if it's supposed to be getting out of 200, the nose comes up sometimes. How fast it comes up, I just throw the spoilers out. So as you see our pointer, it's at 180. Let's point at 180. By the time we make this turn, hopefully we'll be getting down. Yeah, we will. Trying to get down to 2,700. Because it's going to start making a turn. It's going to make a hard turn to get to where it's supposed to be going. By the time we make that turn right there, we should, yeah, it's going to be very close because usually things start making a turn at 3 miles. And I don't have the half bank on, so because it'll make it swing way out and then come in. So we're going to swing it out the way, swing it close. It's supposed to be leveling off. Drop our speed on down. I just dropped a notch of flaps. probably putting us pretty much on the glide path. We at one. Let's let the speed stay at 180. We got 21 miles to go. Keep it at 180 right now. We got one notch of flaps out. We go ahead and put cruising on in here. That don't look right. There you go. That's right. So what we're trying to do now, 17 miles, is actually catch the approach. We can arm it. We're dropping another thing of flaps, and this is not reading right. So there's the airport. Let's get rid of this since we got a visual. Ha! Since we got a visual on this, we'll just kind of, I can get it in there, I think. Get some trim in here. Yeah, it's a little shaky right now. We'll bring it down. Drop our gear down. Let us. You know what? Undo that. Undo that. Now we'll get in here ourselves. See, the airport is in range. All right, we got our speed down. Keep it up. Try to maintain our speed.
Too fast. Too fast.
Yeah, yeah. Coming on down, all right. My I'm gonna call it so. Um, I'm trying to call it my. Can't hardly trim it out. It's very. It's very.
Approaching 1-8.
Trim is very very sensitive. So we're on this plane anyway. So we get trying to get lined up here on it. Ooh, the trees gonna be kinda funky. We'll get it down. We'll get it down. We'll get it down. Get it. The money. It's gonna be a long landing. I can tell you that. We are near about down. We are down.
3,000 feet remaining.